Hey everybody, my name's Veronica and I manage the customer service department at Joovy. And I have some news for you. We've recently taken over the Instagram account, my team and I, and all the funny memes, the funny stories, like the one that's up right now, is me and my team behind it. Hopefully, we continue to run the account for a long time because we're all having so much fun connecting with all of you. Um, we are just laughing. This has made us think about just parenting and how funny stuff really is at the end of the day. My coworker Michelle posted the meme about our hatred for the elf on the shelf, love hate, you can say. And I got a ton of engagement, and we are still to this day just laughing so hard about a lot of the recent posts. So anything you've seen for the past 3 weeks has been the customer service team at Joovy, really talking to you and relating to you. We are four women who are, um, all parents, and we use humor in our daily work life. We work in the customer service department, so you can imagine there are some unique challenges that you deal with anytime you're dealing with customers who are having problems. Most of you on Instagram, are not and are giving us, so much praise every day, which is nice. But you walk away at the end of the day from what we do with, um, you know, a sense of empathy for humans, especially at this time. So I've been managing the department for a year and a half, and I've learned so much about humanity. And one thing I'll tell you about Juvy's customer service is you don't have to come with boxing gloves. We're not going to fight with you. It's not necessary. We're going to take care of you. We're going to go through it with you. We're going to help you out. We're going to get through it. And whether you're having a problem setting up a product or something is broken, there's four very talented women in the department who are, always on, and we are always ready to help you. So um, that would be my first tip as far as like what you can expect with our customer service. So now that we've been able to really take on the account, I've been thinking a lot about how I can contribute personally. And one of the things that hit me last night was, I've been a parent for 16 years. I have a 16 and a 12-year-old, and this is a topic that I've been thinking about in my head forever since my babies were born, like all of you mothers out there. And there's been a lot of conversation I've had, with myself. I feel like after 16 years, there's a tidbit that I'd love to just share. And so I thought it would be really cool to spend some time today just kind of having a conversation about what I've learned 16 years, into just being a mom, and and to this day continue learning all the time. But there's one thing that I jotted down that's probably at the very top of my list, where I'm at now with my kids, and in lieu of like what I've learned, I feel like, first of all, we as mothers, when we become a mother, there is so much fear weaved in to, all the big questions, and at the end of the day, I feel like we all have so much more in common as mothers than we realize. We all just want to be good mothers. We all just want to do this right. We want to get it right. And we don't want to mess them up. And so that's the fear thing I'm talking about. And so um, that's why I find the community feel of Instagram so empowering and so helpful in that way, because it's so nice to know that you're not alone. And I feel like that's probably my number one thing I've learned is you're not alone in the struggles of being a mother and what it takes and what you go through. And there are millions of other women feeling the same stuff, having the same concerns and, being lost in the whole thing. Like, am I doing this right? Are my kids going to be okay? All of that stuff is just, it's so normal. And after, so many years, my biggest thing, I would say that I can contribute as like a lesson and something I've learned is that our children are just like us. They are human beings. So in return, they need exactly what we need as human beings to thrive and be nourished and to fill their cup. They need to feel connection. They need to feel heard sometimes. They need to feel accepted all the time for just who they are. They need to feel understood. They simply just need what you need, which is just a safe place where they can feel all of those things. They need to feel they matter and they're important. And everything else kind of becomes secondary. The small decisions you make, what school they go to, and just all sorts of decisions that you have to make as a parent, I feel are all secondary compared to those things. And so sometimes your child will simply just need a hug and some space. Sometimes they, the eye contact lets them know that you're there, you see them, you hear them. And that is so powerful. And when I say that they need what you need, that's probably been my biggest hurdle, is understanding that I have to water my plant so I can also be able to water their plant, and we can both thrive and nourish. And I have found that to just be the core of successful parenting, you could say. I mean, what does that even look like, right? But looking for these cues and, just really being observant of your behavior and your children's behavior and trying to understand what you need and what your kids need. It can be life-changing. So I was a very young mom, and it took me a long time to realize and learn, because we all start somewhere. We're not experienced when we have our babies. So it's it's a roller coaster. But if there's anything I can share with you, it's that. Um, that's really the core of like what our babies need to thrive, and every single parent out there, I think, would agree with that. And it's uh, it's kind of an amazing thing to be able to do, to parent these kids and watch their milestones. So um, I thought it would be fun to just share for a couple of minutes, and would love to talk about any other topics next time, and hopefully you get to meet the rest of the team here pretty soon. So bye everybody, happy Tuesday.